Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Last week's meeting agenda was rather full, but I think we got through, so everything was discussed, right? So nothing to
Yes,
catch up. Good.
that's correct. Yeah, we did good on time management last week. I was impressed.
Hello, Rafael.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, did you guys change hours in the US? That's what I was.
We did.
Okay, that's a dreaded week when all the timing are messed up between US and Europe.
Or is this the week we get back in sync, or are we out of sync now?
Now we are out of sync. This is the dreaded week where we are out of sync.
Yeah.
In my favor, it's okay because it's 5 p.m. now instead of 6. So
Yeah, this is when it actually is not too bad of a difference.
in fact, we will change in 2 weeks. So that's for us.
My family usually wakes up pretty early, about 6:30. So today we got up at, biologically 5:30. We felt it for sure.
Okay. Maybe we can start. We can start to have a lot of people.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We do have a short agenda this week, so if there's anything that was not added to the agenda that you're wanting to discuss, we will have time. So first, I'll pass it to Shubham for a proposal that he would like to present.
Yeah, so it's a short proposal. I can share my screen. Just a sec. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So last week in the engineering meeting that I was demonstrating how Magma orchestrator can be deployed on a private network from the project that I built and I've been maintaining actively. And it was discussed that, okay, I should bring this officially into the mainstream, but that will require a lot of the changes in the code, in the URLs and the Helm chart and Docker repositories. So I have made this very short proposal for bringing the project in the official mainstream, adding the documentation, and plus testing it on the latest private cloud platforms. And people, I think half of the people here were still there on that call, so they saw the entire demo of how it was done, and I think community was pretty happy with that. And people can look over this and they can take your time and give the comments, give a review, and once that is done, we can move on to the voting next week. I guess that's it. Any questions?
I wonder if you could add a security section talking about whatever the roadmap is there. And we talked last week about the difference between first release and our ultimate goals.
Yes, I did not add that here because we know that it's security needs to be tested, but that part will be updated in the documentation, but yeah, definitely I can add a notes below this document that we have to add that. Yeah, Max, you were saying?
I was muted. I haven't said anything. If you wanted to ask
sorry.
something.
Sorry. Was that somewhere else?
Okay, I wanted to say something. So, I mean, some of us already have seen this, how this works currently, and what is the potential of this way of deployment. So I don't think that we need to wait for everybody to go through this document and then put it next week for the vote and then wait another more week. So I like to put it in motion, so we can go through this document this week and finish it until the next TSC. So is anybody seconding?
As a TS member, I can second it.
What's the concrete vote right now that we
We will put it as what we did for the security as well.
Oh.
So yeah,
as it
so
was-
basically we have 1 week to vote on the items. Do we want to proceed or not? Instead of waiting this week for us to read the document and then next week for the vote for the items.
I think speed has its own benefit, and kind of going ahead and getting this done is wise.
We can also share the last week's engineering meeting video, which is already
Yeah.
there on YouTube, so people can review that.
Okay, then I can get the official voting going via email this afternoon. Cool.
Thank you. Any further questions?
Thanks. Thanks,
Okay,
Shubham.
Thank you. Thank you.
So that was the only agenda item that we had. Is there anything else that people would like to bring up for this call?
Yeah, Kendall, you wish to, if I may add. Hello, Kendall?
Yeah, go ahead, Yogesh. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah.
We are
Sorry.
listening.
So I think, just a quick summary from the meeting for the features group. Let me share the screen. I'll not take much time. So we mentioned about release 1.9 planning. I got some comments, especially around the testing documents. I'll try to prepare some the way we are covering right now, how it can be improved, what are the gaps, and I'll share it in the features group to have any feedback and see where do we stand. And from the semantic versioning point of view, because I have updated the ticket, let me know if you have any feedback. So I think we are following the semantic versioning until I'm missing something. Right? So
So in your note, you suggested we should follow up in the features group. So I guess I'll leave it for there, but I feel like let's have a substantive conversation about backwards compatibility and how well the proposed scheme meshes with semantic versioning. Maybe this isn't the place for that, but
yeah, sure. Yeah, so if there is anything you can add a comment so that in the features group we can discuss more on that.
sounds good.
So those are the I think main items. Like one was preparing a test, the test procedure, I would say. What is covered, what is not covered, like what are the stability and the hardware input tests, like depth-wise coverage and the breadth-wise coverage, and see where are the gaps and how we can fill them. Maybe somebody from committee also can come forward and have a can take some ownership. So I'll prepare and present in the features group, and I'll share it here so that people can review it.
Yogesh, since you opened the discussion about the testing, in the features group discussion, I had a question about the testing that open-air interfaces should have done for 5G, and up to which extent this was done, and do we have the code or we don't have the code? So, I mean, do we have somebody from here who knows this? I mean, I see Rafael.
Or Kendall.
Hey, can you show me back the slide that you were just showing?
No, it was not related to the slide, Rafael. It was related to the last year we had this discussion and the open-air interfaces was preparing the
Yeah, so we were working on
test
the
scripts. Yeah, correct. And the question, because nothing, I was not able to find anything in the repository.
Because it was not in the repository first. It was not on the Magma repository. It was on a private OAI repository. And for us, the main issue was we were having difficulty to test with the 5G version of Magma, even locally on our side. So we didn't pursue much on that side. We are still working on it, but for our own purpose. But we can normally, it should be okay to use with the Magma 5G version. Irfan is in vacation till Friday, so I need to talk with him about that.
Because my understanding, and Kendall can help here, is that this was paid exercise from the previous committee.
Yeah, it's normally it could be available for the Magma community. Yeah, but
so I mean, if this is the case, then we need to figure out how we can get it for the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all from my side. Thanks, Kendall.
Anything else people would like to discuss?
Yes. Sorry to interrupt. Do you want to go first?
I just have a second topic, so I would just go first. It's the Bazel code. It's I think the last pull request or last related pull request is created or even already merged, and that completes Bazel. Just wanted to throw that in the room. I think there was also a message in chat in the dev channel. Okay, so Lucas.
So we were having a little back panel conversation about the security of the Galaxy project. I just wanted to share that with the group. That Shivam's project is most effective as a developer desktop for the moment. We should do a security review, and it's intended that way. I don't mean to suggest there's anything unintentional. So, for example, the default passwords are designed for convenience for a developer rather than production. And we should state that the first release is only for developer desktops and is known to be insecure for production, and that we will do a follow-up release that has been secured.
Yeah, correct. I mean, what we discussed on the engineering meeting is that this should be because we already have for the developers a way how to deploy it with the Docker Compose, but we don't have way how to deploy for the developers with Kubernetes. So if they want to test anything with Kubernetes, up to now they need to spawn production-like servers on the mainly on Amazon. And this one in the beginning will bring the benefit for the developers, and it will serve as a template for people who want to do the production deployment. And meanwhile, we need to prepare the production deployment for the based on this on the Magma Galaxy. So yeah, this was the discussion which
Yeah.
we had in the engineering. And this is what is in the document as well. I mean, I went through the document, and this is what maybe I was biased because I knew the discussion when I was reading the document, but this is the understanding from the document as well, which I've got when I've read it.
I would be more comfortable if it was more explicit in the proposal.
Yeah, so I can update the document regarding the security parts, that this is not security tested. This is just for development use for now. I will update that.
Awesome.
Anything else? Well, if not, then I guess we can end early, very early, and just have a short meeting. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thanks, y'all.
Kendall, maybe we can just jump to the next call.
Yes, that's fine.